Good afternoon. I'm Kim Christensen.
I'm Tom Green. Thanks for joining us. It's 4 o'clock, and the city of Denver announcing new budget cuts today to pay for nearly $90 million that it plans to spend on migrant services this year. Now, these cuts are far less than the city's original estimates.
Denver will also create a new plan to help migrants get jobs and find housing. 9 News reporter Mark Salinger spoke with the mayor today, and he breaks down how the cuts will impact you.
Yeah, Tom and Kim, Denver is reversing its decision to limit hours at rec centers and will soon reopen all rec centers to full capacity. Summer programs at Parks and Rec will also return to full. It comes as Mayor Mike Johnson announces new cuts to city spending that are intended to be less impactful on the public. Now, Denver needs $90 million to pay for migrant services this year. The city says it's already found about half that amount. The remaining money will come from cuts that will impact every single agency in the city. Yes, even the police department, fire department, public safety department, everyone will be impacted. But a big chunk of that money will come from not hiring 160 jobs that are currently open right now. For context, the city has 13,000 employees.
This shows you where those cuts predominantly come from. What you'll see here is the majority of those come from vacancy savings. Those are positions that were hard to fill or we were not on schedule to fill.
Those vacancy savings are expected to save about $20 million. The city is also changing how it'll focus on migrant services. We'll no longer run hotel shelters or a lot of the services that we've seen offered to migrants over the past year. Instead, Denver is changing all of that and will now run a new asylum seeker program, trying to give people the opportunity to apply for asylum and get work authorization when they get here. We're digging into how all that will work tonight on Next. In the studio, I'm Mark Salinger, 9 News.
Well, it sounds like they're being very creative here. They bought themselves some time to come up with these concepts, but are they fully fleshed out?
Yeah, they have to be creative because at the beginning of the year, we saw numbers like $180 million budget shortfall being thrown out. Now we're at about half of that, a $90 million budget shortfall, $90 million that they project to spend on migrant services. The reason that these numbers are decreasing is because fewer migrants are arriving in Denver.
A lot of money still.
Still a lot to deal with, a lot to cut. I wouldn't want to do it myself.
Big job.
Yeah, all right, thank you, Mark. Right now, we're going to take a live look outside. We did see a dip in the temperatures today, not quite as warm as yesterday. Still pretty darn nice, and it is Wednesday. We're halfway through the week. Wait till you see Kathy's weekend forecast. Summer on the way.
Well, and we're really talking about it's Wednesday, Kathy, but we are looking ahead to the weekend.
Yeah, we are.
We've been looking at the weekend since Monday, if I recall.
Yes,
correctly, and if I know you guys like I do. Yes, you know what? I've been thinking we're going to see our first 80-degree temperature, you guys. I'm going to stick with that. You won't see that everywhere. I'm putting it out here. If it happens, remember I said it. If it doesn't, I was never here. In the meantime, today is beautiful. We've got a mix of clouds and sunshine out there. Kim mentioned, yes, not quite as warm as yesterday, still in the mid-50s, but a weak disturbance coming across Colorado brought some mountain snow showers. Not enough that it was impactful, but we are tracking those isolated showers tonight. Maybe a little bit of wind. We're going to warm up the next few days. That's right. But with that warmth and the wind that we expect to increase, we might have some fire danger concerns by the weekend. 57 currently in Denver, 65 in Pueblo, 48 in Steamboat, 51 in Gunnison. Winds coming in out of the north and northwest, picking up a little bit with that disturbance crossing Colorado. The worst of the wind, northeastern Colorado, western Nebraska, and Kansas. You can see how quickly they're moving these showers off the foothills from the northwest toward the east and southeast. Not holding together very well, not even hitting the ground all that often, but 20% chance of rain tonight. Clouds will move in, then they move out. We get a sunny day tomorrow. It's going to be a warmer day tomorrow, but it's a nice evening to be out and about tonight. Just grab maybe a light sweater, keep an eye to the sky, a couple sprinkles on the windshield. Upper 50s now. We drop 10 degrees after 8 o'clock. Coming up, which day we could see 80 degrees? I'll have that in the extended forecast coming up.
Thanks, Kathy. Police have an arrest warrant out for a teen accused of driving a stolen car in a deadly crash. This crash happened late last month. Police say a suspect driving a stolen Kia Sorento lost control, crashed, and rolled the car on I-225 near 6th Avenue. 5 teens were inside, including 15-year-old Chan Titi, who died. Police say the driver is also facing charges for vehicular homicide, vehicular assault, and car theft. They're not identifying him because he's a minor. They say the teen was speeding. Police are still investigating if drugs or alcohol were involved.
Late this morning, a construction truck hit and killed a man near Rhino, just outside of a construction site. The driver, though, appeared to carry on just like normal.
9 News reporter Evan Krugel talked with businesses and witnesses, rather, who watched it happen. And he joins us now to tell us what everyone saw, Evan.
Yeah, Kim, witnesses say a man stumbled backwards into the road right as a construction truck was passing by. In a part of Denver filled with new construction, work came to a grinding halt. All eyes on a white tent and the image of what happened here.
I looked over my right shoulder when it started. That's when I saw it.
Ray Folks is staying at the nearby Salvation Army shelter and was watching a man talking next to the road when it happened.
But when he stood up, it's like he couldn't keep his legs up under him. He started to drift back.
Back into a road filled with construction traffic.
When the front left tandem clipped him, there was a bar up there that knocked him down too. When he hit the ground, it was the rear tandem that caught him.
Ray says the driver kept going, pulling into a construction site across the road.
He rolled on in, kicked off his load, and on his way to get another. I don't think he knew what happened. I don't think he even knows he hit anybody.
By that point,
Yeah,
there was nothing he could do.
it was beyond changing.
Denver police say the driver is cooperating and no arrests have been made. Ray believes it was an accident, one he wishes he hadn't seen.
Trying to put it into the back of my mind, I don't need it up front. That it happened is enough.
Now, Denver police did interview the driver who told them they had no idea they hit anyone. The DA's office will review the case to see if any charges will be filed. In the newsroom, Evan Krugel, 9 News.
That's kind of a worst case scenario for people that witness it, and then also a driver that doesn't know they did that. And of course, the poor person hit.
Yeah, sad story all around.
Ugh, awful. Thanks, Evan.
You bet.
A woman is now in the hospital with serious injuries. This after being thrown out of her car during a rollover crash. It happened early this morning near Parker and Hamden at around 2:15. Aurora police say her car was the only one involved, and that crash shut down East Hamden Avenue for about 5 hours before it reopened. Police at this point say speed is likely the reason for the crash. Commissioner of the NBA, Adam Silver, says Jontay Porter, the brother of Nugget star Michael Porter Jr., could be banned from the league if those gambling-related accusations against him are true. Jontay Porter hasn't played since March 25th. That's when the NBA said it was looking into betting patterns surrounding his play. Silver didn't go into specifics about their investigation, but did say that those accusations would be a, quote, cardinal sin, saying banishment could be an ultimate extreme option.